Hello everyone, welcome back to another 1v1. I am bringing Albrecht leading his faction of the Bordello, if that's how you pronounce it, Bretonnians, and we are facing off against Chaos in this battle. So this was going to be focusing around my two Royal Pegasus Knights, again being led by Albrecht, who's on his Hippogriff. Besides them, I do also have two Questing Knights, and then everything else is going to be mostly infantry. We have a line of the Peasant Mobs, and then behind them we have three Foot Squires, and they are being supported by the Grail Relic, and we also have the Damsel of Life with those three spells down there, including the Scroll of Shielding. For the enemy here, Chaos is their name. We have one group of Chaos Knights. We have two Forsaken, one here, one on this flank. Four of these Chaos Trolls. I got the two Royal Pegasus Knights because I was expecting two Shaggoths, but instead we get four Chaos Trolls, which is awesome. Way to go picking trolls. I almost never see these guys used. Besides them, we also have two Chaos Warriors with halberds, which is a nice pick, and then two Chaos Warriors with great weapons, which are the actual only Chaos Warrior that can trade really well against a Foot Squire. In fact, I believe they win against a Foot Squire. Normal Chaos Warriors actually kind of get crushed by Foot Squires, but great weapon versions, they do really well. They are being led by a Chaos Lord, and they also have a Chaos Sorcerer of Fire with a bombardment spell and the Sword of Rune, Wrath, I think it's called. And that's going to be their army. So let's press play. So initially I had these Pegasus Knights out here just to scout this forest to see if they had anything in hiding, but seeing as they had nothing, I'm not going to worry. And now I'm going to position my Pegasus Knights, one around these two trolls, and the other one is going to be positioned around these two trolls, because the Pegasus Knights have a very high bonus versus large, and they do really well against these types of creatures. Low armor, but that are also large. Over here, we're going to get Albrecht. Actually, I already used Albrecht to get into these Chaos Knights, and then we're going to pile in on them with the Peasant Mob, my two Questing Knights, and these Chaos Knights do not have much of a chance against this type of battle. The main line has been kind of just dueling now against my Foot Squires and Peasant Mobs and their Chaos Warriors. And you can see I'm going to kind of stop these trolls from charging with this Pegasus Knight, and this Pegasus Knight is over here just utterly destroying this Chaos Troll as well. We're going to have a bombardment spell coming in, so I'm just going to disengage from this battle so we don't get hit by it that much, and then we're going to re-engage there. Chalice is going to be supporting our forces in the mid of this battle against their Chaos Sorcerer Lord, Chaos Lord and Chaos Sorcerer. So we're just kind of buffing up our leadership in that area. And you can see the peasants are going to be routing because they're just peasants, and they'll come back. So we've already utterly destroyed one Chaos Troll with our Pegasus Knights. The Chaos Knights are back here, routed. My Questing Knights are still looking okay. They are fighting against Forsaken, but I'm going to pull them out of that, and I believe we're going to start doing rear charges. And Albrecht is actually going to stay over here, and with his bonus versus large, I'm going to have him try and take out these Chaos Trolls supported by the Damsel and these Peasant Mobs. And again, these peasants over here that are routing, they will come back into battle eventually. Going to get the second Pegasus Knight over here to deal with the two Chaos Trolls that my first one is still dealing with. And you can see we cast a regrowth on this Pegasus to try and get them back up to, well, as healthy as they can, and also negating some damage. Second troll is going to be routed off for good. We still have another troll over here who is very close to routing against Albrecht. And Albrecht really isn't taking that much damage from these trolls at all, so that's a really good trade for us. But our Peasant Mob and our infantry in general is kind of getting crushed here by the Chaos Warriors of the halberds and the great weapons, including their Chaos Lord, as you can see here. So we're going to have to dodge this another bombardment spell from the Questing Knights. So we're going to pull out of that, just like that. Still one troll over here, and then this Chaos Troll over here got all their health back, or I'm sorry, all their leadership back. So I'm going to just withdraw from this battle over here. And we're going to get Albrecht. I try to get him into these Chaos Warriors, and we're going to do a quick charge with these Questing Knights. I don't want to get surrounded by the Chaos Warriors with halberds. Meanwhile, the two Pegasus Knights are still over here dealing with the second troll that was on the left flank. I'm getting my Peasant Mob back, who's now going to be kind of interrupted by this Chaos Sorcerer. I'm going to try and ignore them and get back into this fight. Meanwhile, what's remaining of their Chaos Knights are just going to go around and wrapping up our Peasant Mobs, which is probably a good call because they're pretty low on hit points at that point. So we did a quick charge over here, and then we are going to retreat because we are very fast, and I want to help these Foot Squires against these trolls and halberds and do that before this mob gets over here. Actually, yeah, there we go. So the Quest Knights are going to go into this clump real quick, and then we're going to charge the Pegasus Knights and Lord Albrecht on these Forsaken, and then we're going to pounce on this Chaos Sorcerer of Fire. Meanwhile, still trying to get troops that have routed back into this battle, and you see the Chaos Knights are still giving us trouble back here. But luckily, it's only against Peasant Mobs, so it's not that important of a target. And I'm just going to continually be cycle charging our Questing Knights into this blob. I don't want them to go into prolonged combat against Chaos Warriors with halberds. That's not exactly the fight they want, but I will do charges over and over and over again. Meanwhile, over here, we did rout the one creeper Forsaken who was fighting our peasant mob. So now the Pegasus Knights are going to get onto these Chaos Knights who got a little too close to them. I knew they were in my backfield, but I just didn't want to spend the time to chase them down. But now since they're this close, we're going to pounce them with the Pegasus Knights, who don't have really high armor piercing, but these guys are almost dead, and they have a decent bonus versus large, so I threw them in there. And you can see this blob was about to chase my questing Knights, so I'm going to cast a Earth Blood on them to get them back up to as full as they can. And we're going to then chase this blob of Trolls and Forsaken and Chaos Warriors back by the questing Knights there. And we're going to try and support Albrecht, who's now getting surrounded. So I'm going to cast a Regrowth on Albrecht because he's taking a lot of damage from Chaos Warriors of various types, including their Chaos Lord. You can see we now have routed the Chaos Knights, so now we are getting our Pegasus Knights into this battle to help against what remains of the Chaos army here. Trying to help Albrecht, who's now almost back up to full because of that Regrowth spell. And Regrowth, again, gives you damage reduction as well, so that is a very, very good spell. Kind of expensive, but very good. The damsel was routed off earlier on. She did route all the way over here, so I'm not trying to keep her out of battle. I think she got routed off by Forsaken when she was over here in this blob a little earlier. And now I'm just doing cycle charges, because again, I don't want prolonged melee combat against halberds, but so I'm going to have to just cycle charge over and over. You can see the Quest Knights go in, and when the Quest Knights leave, I'm getting the Pegasus Knights in, then the Pegasus Knights leave, and then the Quest Knights come back, and it's just cycle charging as much as we can to try and get that charge bonus to try and break these Chaos Warrior clump right here, being led by their Chaos Lord. The Sorcerer, by the way, is either routed. Yeah, I think he's routed off over there. Or maybe that's the Chaos Knight, I can't remember. Either way, the Sorcerer is now either dead or has routed off the field because Albrecht was fighting him a little while ago. And now you can see we're starting to break these halberds, so I'm going to chase them down with our flying Pegasus Knights here. I don't want them to get their morale back, so we're going to continue chasing them over there. Doing another cycle charge of Quest Knights over here to these Forsaken that are still alive and have dealt significant damage to my peasant mob and foot squires. Meanwhile, Albrecht is over here kind of dueling with the Chaos Lord and some Chaos Warriors. You can see they have routed off our peasant mobs, but we're doing a good job of routing off the Forsaken over here, and the Pegasus Knights again are chasing these halberds over there, keeping my life damsel kind of safe. And I believe, yeah, I cast a Scroll of Shielding here on Albrecht since he was in a 1v1 duel against the Chaos Lord with support from the Chaos Warrior, so I thought this was a good time to drop that. And now we have finally routed off the remaining Chaos Forces, and that was a pretty close game. If I had allowed my Knights to just stay in prolonged combat with those Chaos Warrior clump of soldiers there, they would have been destroyed. Because those are Chaos Warriors with halberds. They excel at killing, you know, mounted armor cav. But as long as you keep cycle charging them, you know, you charge in, you're knocking them down, you get like 10 seconds worth of really good damage, and you just pull out, then eventually you can wear them down. Also, you can just kind of ignore them. As you saw, I pulled out of combat when we were over here, and we just went around here to assist in this combat, and they're pretty slow. They're Chaos Warriors. They're very, very slow. So they took them a little time to get over there, and so, you know, if you have the power of mobility, try and use it as best as you can. But in any case, good game to my opponent, because that was really close. That was really close. If it wasn't for the Damsel of Life, because the life lore is so strong, probably would have lost that, because she kept the... She had 2 Earthbloods on my Questing Knight, so they received 2 Earthbloods. A Pegasus Knight received a Regrowth, and then Albrecht received a Regrowth. That's a lot of healing to kind of chew through. So yeah, life lore, probably one of the best additions that Bretonnia got. And they got a lot of nice additions. So kills here, we got Albrecht with 57, which is pretty good. He was fighting off those Trolls, Chaos Knights, various Chaos Warriors, killed the Chaos Sorcerer of Fire there. Peasant mobs, they died, came back, died again. So, you know, they did what they do. The Foot Squires did not trade that favorably in this case because they were just against mostly Chaos Warriors with great weapons who, again, are better than Foot Squires. Not many things are in this type of class of infantry, but Chaos Warriors with great weapons definitely are one of those that can beat them down pretty handily, especially when supported by the Chaos Warriors and Chaos Lord and all that. Quest Knights did a lot of good damage against the Chaos Warriors. The Pegasus Knights did their job really well at crushing the Trolls. You can see they did not get a chance to get too many kills in this battle because I was trying to rout them off with Albrecht, who has the bonus versus large, and then his anti-large flying cav there. For Lord Talavak, again, good game. We have 38 kills on the Chaos Lord and just so many kills on their infantry. The Forsaken just tore through my troops. The Chaos Warriors tore through my troops. The Chaos Knights still got 67 kills. Most of that was at the end of the game when they were routing off my peasants, but that's totally good. Like, that's not a bad call to rout off units that are not broken, or I'm sorry, shattered. If they're not shattered, then keep at it. The only thing that suffered heavily was the Chaos Trolls, again, because I brought units specifically to counter what I thought would be Shaggoths, but ended up being Trolls, which are just as good targets for them as our Shaggoths. So again, good game to Lord Talavak. I hope you enjoyed that Bretonnia being led by Albrecht against the forces of Chaos. and let's go watch a cinematic view of this battle. It was, again, it was a close one. Really bloody one, too. So right there, I was trying to deny the Chaos Knights their charge because I figured it'd be coming into our Quest Knights here soon. But you can see they are kind of going to just ignore my Lord there. But we still get a really good charge for Quest Knights.
As you said. Charge! For the king, we obey. On to glory. Clear out. God, help us. Bring them to the lady's mercy. As you say. Quick now! At once! God help us! Hastily! Typical! Immediately! As you say, the lion's will! It shall be done! Kill that witch! Put it! To victory! At speed! Hastily! Moving space! Strike them down! Charge! On to glory! We obey! Understood! Use the silver mirror! Reflect the spell! I am with you! Withdraw! Withdraw! Get out of it! Clear out! On to glory! The lion will! Swiftly! Attack! Swiftly! The lady wills it! Take the ground! Wait! Lady wills it! Good speed! Battle calls! Clear out! Battle ready! Run up through! At once! Bound by honor! Quickly, lads! For the lady! Yes! See the run! By honor, God help us! On to glory! Understood! The Lord's will! Glory awaits! Withdraw! With haste! At once! Battle ready! Immediately! For the lady! Moving a face! Attack! Kill that witch! Withdraw! At speed!
These are some brave foot squire. Oh, never mind. I think they're routing. I was gonna say that's a lot of anger right there, and they're just sitting there and taking it.
Cut them down! Hey, the lady! Turn them out! To war! As you say! Glory awaits! Reflect the spell! Glory awaits! Run, man! Flick it! Glory awaits! Run up through! I am with you!
No worries, friends. We have peasants on the way.
Take the ground! Use the silver mirror! Reflect the spell! Glory! Moving the base! Battle call! Understood! Take the ground! Harvest their soul! We obey!
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I just wanted to create a tree over there. I wanted to spice this land up a little bit, you know, some greenery. Don't worry about that.
Understood! Run, man!
That is one bloody hippogriff. Also, why are you not moving at all? There we go. It seems stuck.
To glory! What now? Move hastily! Cowards! Get back!
There we go. Like I said, that was a very bloody battle. Those good picks against a Bretonnian player there. The halberds, the great weapons, the Forsaken, all very solid. So I hope you enjoyed the battle, everybody. I will see you all next time. Take care.